Is there anybody not ready?
Remember, room dynamics project.
Say again?
Room dynamics are odd in your project.
Okay, cool.
How many are?
4. Industry channel. Is anybody not ready? Alright. Interpretation or interpretation is that it refers to the United States federal government, which means that the space development and exploration must be possessed by the federal government. Grammatically, this refers to the U.S. activities in MOV003. It does not have the subject particularly which constitutional pronoun uses made difficult and clear understanding. And it is a term of exclusion for 28. Had it been stated relative to she would have to been the pronoun instead of by its violation. The affirmative uses commercial satellites instead of federal satellites. Standards limits of the limits of the affirmative plans that are not within the ground of the resolution results in the explosion of the affirmative. Like India, commercial cooperation, this explodes in the negative ground, making research impossible. Particularly ground. The United States program is the thing as the negative, but then the affirmative will do for sure if they are allowed to exclude the exploration of other types that leads to a completely unpredictable affirmative that can never be prepared for when the affirmative can use thousands of factors and destroys grammar. Another one metaphor clause says if there is a noun before it, and then the grammatically correct, this lowers education, and the grammar lowers specific results and less predictability. This is over fairness in education. Next off, counter context. The United States federal government should issue an executive order to enact the United States federal government. It should be in a commercial space, launch agreement with the government of China. So let's see. First, executive order policy, superior technology for 5 reasons. 1, faster. 2, better information, public demand, weak interest, and congressional reluctance. Peterson, 94. Essence of the foreign policy questions of the first factions in the first executive legislative decision making president has the form of powers to limit the resources of the foreign affairs and have a greater power than anyone in the information that the being abroad strategic programs and determine the executive rather than Congress. And second, executive orders have political capital by avoiding the creativity of congressional opposition for reason 76. Executive orders, especially when it comes to policy making, the president acts to the other day avoids the subject of the policy and scrutiny of the debate. Mark it right there. Next off. Politics. Skipping will pass one minute in Congress support. Green 625. One minute have a strong support for the free trade agreement war. Substantial with a strong sense of the administration wants to need the agreement. And India American space cooperation cost political capital. Financial Times 9. The Obama administration and the Saudi government have political push through this. And political capital is still key. Matthews holds 2-9. Congress is not heeded to the alliance. Obama is being willing to the effort of the political capital to get the job done. Obama would have to make the case. And skip is key to alliance and nation stability. Failure results in alliance collapse. Line 5. Increasing the executive of the U.S. future Korean alliances ways considering the Washington and told today's most potential rich possibility of reaching the free trade and the benefits of the U.S. and the skip would go beyond cooperation and economic issues to provide a strong forum for which to reinforce collaboration, political security, and skip would be under the renovate the strength of the U.S. and European alliance stability in Asia. And a Korean conflict can cause every impact. Case 10. Consequences of the family to adjustment 3 are nuclear attack, Korean war, and war when we were in economic, ecological, food security, financial health, and other great times responded to the good breaking and global proliferation. Mark it right there. And next off, the visual metaphor of the signing of CS at LA is the relations to the person very empowered with the visual and legal metaphors of all older culture interpretations. Pivots 94. The traditional visual of American political metaphor has been through the function of general cultural circumstances has been part of the power of the American men over women, Anglos over Hispanics by making the use of the written word makers before inclusion in the game, but a special researchers division made it standard for the American culture as a whole, and the who co-opted and indulged in the visuality and the preference of the visual metaphor. And this relentless will to make these things visible for accurate cognitive thought, in which becomes detached from our surroundings. This has real world implications because the domination of the vision turns domination is into everything else. 1199. The philosophical gaze of the taking credit through the American attachment to present section of the power states, technology, the domination of the vision continues to make the difference in relation to the strategic power arriving in place of social interaction, and they are others through the gaze of the general domination of the way looking effective and make on the effective of the outcome. And calculative thinking will be to dominate places, humans, and near objects, everything is to be providing calculative, destroying the value to ride Mitchell 5. Everything becomes order and everything is really placed on no individual, but without a radical human engine, the unconditional willing of the extent of the agent, dominant in the being over the taxes. still to provide everything in the morning when it comes to the will, so becoming a ridiculous. And the alternative is to problematize the imperial vision inherent in the 1AC discourse. Permutations merely result in institutionalization and fascism. Only by stepping down from God's vantage point can we directly engage in the debate in ethical politics. Letter 99. Otherwise, incorporating institutionalized the reason to have reserve unities of the control system of fascism is not able to take place in the practice of the vision or resistance of separation and intellectual must be not with God's advantage one in order to participate in the formation of political war, harmonizing practice of the institution have been neutralized with close to the message of political subject politics and this is the welfare engaged in viewpoint to claim to justify respective notion cooperating and mark right there. On case, space industry. Cooperating now is lowering launch costs to the space industry now. Dillingham, 11. U.S. industry has responded by emerging large companies with lower costs. Launch vehicles, the U.S. government responded to foreign competition by providing the measure launch industry. There was will assist the industry goals according to industry experts will be spoken with. And overlapping responsibility in U.S. space program means high launch costs are inevitable. Dillingham, 11. The Department of Defense and National Security Space Launches occurring issues of rhyming and exploding the current uncoordinated overlapping and unilateral strategies. And the alternative causes the lack of launches decline in telecommunication industry, FAA restrictions, Dillingham 11. The number of commercial space launches declined in 2001. They have due to the telecommunications service industry, FAA changed the regulation to amateur rocket aviation animation experimental permit 2009 or 2010. And state governments mean launches increases in number and decreasing in cost now, Dillingham 11. 2011, the number has increased in the FAA licensed space reports states that are becoming economic developers space developers aim to use space operation complex with reasonable launch for the support complex. On China, China's space program is peaceful now. Public moon goals are to be followed. Minutes 11. China has been launching the space station. China's design for the military has been developed. Observers disagree. China won't be bringing down to space anytime soon. The government methodology pursues its goals. And there's no need of further cost missile defense systems if the U.S. is and will remain dominant in space. Downward 11. Received in the form of the sabers and satellites, the space technology surveillance system used to satellites will tracking missiles to USSR and CPIRS and detect them far more to test of warning together technical intelligence by spy agencies. And increase in U.S.-India relations causes conflict with China, turns their entire advantage Brown 99. Brown 9. Any strengthening the stream of the relations between the U.S. is not taken lightly. Greater U.S. corporate space is likely to intensify the competition between India and China and the coming years. The high technology department is initiated by the Western Corporation. India struggles with the restricted cooperation is highly sensitive and continues.
Let's talk about your ocular centrism critique. Can you explain the link to me, please?
Sure.
Yeah, you use the law. The law is inherently oculocentric. That's the one.
How is the law inherently ocular?
Our part gives a specific analysis of history, how visual legal metaphors are created by white patriarchal societies, and they use them to dominate other cultures. It gives lots of examples of that.
So what? So
It's a preference
define
of
ocular
vision.
centrism, please.
It's the dominance of vision.
Okay, and so I'm sorry. Can you just tell me in more plain terms how law is ocular centrist?
The way you sign a treaty, and the treaty is a visual metaphor of the agreement that you made, and that visual metaphor is not was created throughout history by.
I mean, it's a commercial launch agreement, not treaty. So wouldn't agreement?
Okay, it doesn't matter. You guys signed something. You guys signed something. I don't know the exact term, but you use the law to sign something with them. It's an agreement, whatever.
Okay,
It's a
that's
visual
fine.
metaphor.
Let's go to case. You read a piece of Doward evidence which says that missile defense means we're always going to be dominant in space. Can you read me the line in this card that says we're dominant in space because of the missile defense?
And that's we're obviously dominate within space because we have missile defense like ICBMs or other types of.
Yeah, awesome. But can you read me the line from the card that I know the card is talking about how we have these things. Does the card say we're dominant?
We obviously do have these types of.
Okay, so
because
you're just
asserting
asserting that
like that.
Okay, do you read a piece of evidence that says no one else has this?
I don't have to read that specific piece of evidence because when we obviously dominate space, I mean, if that's what proves. I don't know what you want me to say.
Okay, let's talk about your Dillingham card about how start taking control or whatever. Like, this card says, like, there's an underlined portion at the bottom that talks about how, like, there's not, like, they're not even gonna, it's like a Dillingham card, it says, like, state. Yeah, I know, I'm trying to explain. Like, that state governments mean that, like, launch costs are low. There's a, like, underlined part at the bottom that talks about how, like, they're not even, like, warranting more funding, because they're not, like, working well. You explain, like,
I understand.
that's fine. Okay, then, can you, okay, so let's talk about the link to Skipta. Can, like, your card just said, like, asserts that, like, it would take political capital, like, when they're negotiating. What is this card in context of? Like,
Sure,
what were they
when we start to meet, when we try to do the plan, that would cost bonds.
No, but I'm saying, like, where in this card, like, what cooperation is this card talking about? Is it talking about cooperation over a certain
Like they would have political capital, but that would